Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here and welcome to a very exciting video. If you recognize this background, I'm actually back at my best friend's place, and that's because we're going to Barnes & Noble today and we're going book shopping. I just recently started my job last month and I'm celebrating my first ever paycheck by spending all my money on books. So I have a ton of books that I want to buy. I don't really know what I'm going to end up getting. I don't know how many I'm going to end up getting, but I'm very excited to go to Barnes & Noble and go shopping and take you guys with me. I currently have my computer with me because I want to go through a list of my potential books. I have so many books that I want to read and so many books that I want to buy, and I definitely won't end up getting to all of them, but I want to list the ones that are top of mind and see how many of those I actually end up getting and how many I just randomly buy because I see them and I want to. One of the books I kind of want to buy, I thought of this one because last time I went to Barnes I saw that it was out on paperback, and I do prefer paperback, but it was The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters. I think this book sounds really interesting. I haven't heard anyone else read it, so I'm intrigued to see what I would think about it, and I also think the cover is so pretty. The second book is Hello Beautiful by Anne Napolitano, I think. I actually don't know if this one is out on paperback yet. I probably will only buy it if it's paperback. I don't know why. I just have a preference towards those books. Another one I was kind of considering is Project Hail Mary, which is kind of way out of my comfort zone, but I've heard good things about it. It's a sci-fi book. I'm intrigued. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting this. It's way out of my comfort zone, but it's on the list of potential books. I'm curious about The Assistant to the Villain series. This is by Hannah Nicole Mayer. I know it's a romantasy series. I'm kind of hesitant to get into another romantasy series because I'm in the middle of so many and I'm kind of tired of that genre, but I was very intrigued by this one and I've heard good things about it, so I'm considering potentially buying the first one in that series. I'm currently reading Good Girl Bad Blood by Holly Jackson, so I might pick it up so I can read it physically, but I'm honestly not too in the mood to do that. I can read it just fine on my Kindle and I don't love the covers of it, so I don't think I'll do that, but it is a potential. I've been curious about Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, but I'm hearing so many mixed things about it. I just told my friend that I was wanting to read it and she was like, no, I've heard so many bad things about that, so I don't know anymore. It was something that I kind of wanted to read. It's on my TBR for November, so I might pick it up, but I don't know because I don't want to read a bad book. We'll see about that one. That's a very hard maybe. My friend did recommend the Prison Healer series though, so I'm considering getting into that one and reading that one, but literally all of these are fantasy books, even though I said that I don't really want to read fantasy anymore, so that's my issue. So I actually have no clue what I'm gonna end up buying. I also kind of want to start Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas, so I potentially will pick up the first book in that series because I want to start it eventually. I still have to finish ACOTAR. I have one book left. My friend's reading Throne of Glass. I feel like I should read Throne of Glass. I point this way because she's sitting right there. There's Tin Man by Sarah Winman. That book has a beautiful cover. I saw it in Barnes & Noble and it's supposed to be a romance book. I think it sounded cute, so I might pick that one up. It's like a romance literary fiction, I think. A book I've been wanting to read forever is Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. I don't know if this is out in paperback yet. If it is, I'm definitely buying it. If it's still hardcover, I probably won't, but I think this was released in like 2022, so I need the paperback out. Then Pure Nessie by Susanna Clark is actually on my November TBR and I've been wanting to get into it, so I might pick this one up. This one's actually pretty highly likely. I have been wanting to get into a mythological book for a while. And then for books that I've already read, I kind of want to buy Emily Henry's People We Meet on Vacation if they have a good copy, because I want all of her books. I have read them all, but I don't own them all, and I want to buy them before they get like the little sticker that says now it's a movie, because I hate when you can't remove those and I want just the original cover. So that one is coming out the soonest, I think, so I do want to buy that book, but that's my plan. So we're going to a really big Barnes & Noble, 2 floors. I'm so excited. I'm bringing my Barnes & Noble bag and I'm gonna buy whatever I buy. I set myself a limit of 5, but I might be going past that, so we'll see what I end up getting. sitting down on the floor in the bookstore because I want to show you guys the books that I'm debating between. This is my first time ever getting a basket at Barnes & Noble. I feel crazy doing that. The first book I found was Pure and Essie by Susanna Clark, so I'm really excited. I feel like I'm definitely gonna get this book. I love the cover, I love the side. Then I got The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hilderbrand. I also think I'm probably just gonna end up getting this book because I've been wanting to read it for a while. My best friend just brought me Phantasma. I'm debating this one. I don't know if I'm gonna get this one, but I might because I wanted to. I was coming here to get it, so I feel like I should, but I don't know. Then I have Throne of Glass. I really want to start Throne of Glass. Then these books are not because I want to read them. I've already read them, but I would love to reread them because I love them. But I wanted to get Happy Place and People We Meet on Vacation before they have the movie thing on them. So I'm definitely going to get People We Meet on Vacation. I'm iffy about Happy Place. I might not get it because I feel like I have so many books right now. And the last one, which wasn't even on my radar, I kind of just picked it up because I've been wanting to read it for a while because I love Frederick Backman. Britt Marie was here. I really have no idea what I'm going to end up getting because I currently have so many books. I will get back to you when I get the haul, but this is currently what I have in my little basket. Okay, I'm back from Barnes & Noble and I have a haul. I ended up getting 5 books. So let me talk about the books that I got. And then my friend also got 5 books, so I will show you what she bought. The first book that I bought was The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hilderbrand. I have been wanting to read this book for a long time because it's now actually on Netflix. I think it's a TV series, and I've heard the TV series is good. My friend has also read this book, and she said that it's good. I've only ever read one Ellen Hilderbrand book before. It was not my favorite, but I think this one is a totally different vibe. This one is about a wedding in Nantucket. All of her books take place in Nantucket, but I believe someone dies in this wedding or something tragic happens, and then Ed Kavanaugh, he is in all of her books, he's a detective. He tries to figure out who is the murderer, and they're all suspects. So this book is kind of like a mystery thriller literary fiction. I'm very excited to pick this book up and read it. The next book that I picked up is Pure and Essie by Susanna Clark. This book is a mythological fiction. It's about Pure and Essie, who lives in a labyrinth, a house with basically endless rooms, and he's not scared of it. He has explored every bit of this labyrinth, and then someone named The Other visits Pure and Essie 2 times a week and asks for his help researching, and he ends up uncovering a bunch of tragedies, terrible truths, and it goes from there. I've been wanting to pick up a mythological book for a really long time. I've been wanting to pick up Circe, and then I know there's another book, I'm totally blanking on it, it's blue, The Song of Achilles. The Song of Achilles or Circe for a really long time, and I've also been wanting to pick up this, so I'm very glad that I own this one and can read it soon. The next book I bought I have actually already read, but I've been wanting to add it to my shelf because I just love this author so much. So I bought People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I read this book years ago, so I actually really want to reread it, but I picked up this book because I know this is going to be turned into a movie soon, and then I know it's going to get that permanent little now a movie sticker, and I just don't want my copy to have that. So I'm glad to own a copy of this, and I'm very excited to put it on my bookshelf, except there's no space, so I'm in the process of trying to get another bookshelf. If you want a video about that, please let me know. I will do a video reorganizing, maybe even building my next bookshelf. Very excited. This book is a second chance friends to lovers romance. It's about Alex and Poppy. They were best friends, and every summer they would go on a trip together. Then they fell apart and they decided to go on one trip to try and save their friendship, and that's what this book is about. And I'm very excited to hopefully reread it. It actually ended up being my least favorite Emily Henry book that I've ever read, but I want to give it another shot because I think I was a little bit hard on Emily Henry in the beginning, and she has slowly become one of my comfort authors, one of my favorite authors. So very excited to give this one another chance. Next, I ended up picking up Britt Marie Is Here by Frederick Backman. This originally was not a book that I was looking for, but it is a book that I've been wanting to read for a really long time. I love Frederick Backman, and I also just love hopeful books about people finding their joy in life again, and I think that this is what this book is about. I'm currently realizing though it's a little bit bent here, so that's gonna bother me a lot. This book is about Britt Marie, and she ends up leaving an unfaithful husband and moving somewhere new, and she has to re-find who she is as a person and her place in this new area, and I think it'll just be a very heartwarming story. I'm really excited to read it. Frederick Backman is a phenomenal writer, and every time I read one of his books I feel like I just need to highlight everything. There's so many beautiful quotes, so I'm really ready to cry while reading this, and I'm very excited to pick this one up. I'm just only a little bit depressed about this. Can you tell? Yeah, that's gonna bother me. me. And then the last book that I picked up was The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters. This book has been on my mind ever since it came out, but I have been waiting for the paperback. I will say it has those pages that are kind of, I don't really know how to describe that, but I don't love these pages, but I still think it's okay. I'm very excited to read this book. I've heard nothing but good things. This book is about an indigenous family who goes to Maine for the summer to pick blueberries, and then their daughter Ruthie goes missing. And then it follows another family with a daughter named Norma. They're in a very, very wealthy family, and she feels like her family is hiding something. So she works to uncover her family's secret, and that is essentially what this book is about. I'm very excited to read it. I have been in the mood for something like a literary fiction, and this is a literary fiction mystery thriller, I think, and it's actually Barnes & Noble's monthly pick. So that's very exciting. Piper wanted to say hi. Okay, clearly she didn't. Now I'm gonna do the haul of the books that my friend bought. So the first thing she bought are the first 3 books in the Grishaverse series. She was giving me the rundown before I said this. This is a book about a girl who is in a big friend group of people who does not have power.
Here, I'll say it. You hold them up and I'll speak. They can just hear my voice.
Okay. My friend is going to tell you what this is about.
It's about a girl who lives in a world where there's powers, and then she thinks she has no powers, but she discovers she has powers, and she's taken away from her best friend to a palace to learn how to use her powers, and she starts to spend time with someone called the Darkling.
Okay.
And it's the first 3 books of the Grishaverse, and you need to read them to read Six of Crows, which Six of Crows is very good.
So that's what these books are about. She bought these because she's already read them and she just wants to own them. But I actually do want to read these because I really want to read Six of Crows. People have said nothing but good things about them. Six of Crows is one of her favorite books, and we have similar tastes and we're both very picky. So if she loves a book, I really want to read it. The next book that she picked up is The Assassin's Blade. So this is the 3rd book in the Throne of Glass series, but it's also, I guess, technically the prequel. She's currently reading the Throne of Glass series, and this is the book that she's on. And the last book that she picked up is Cleopatra and Frankenstein. We both think this cover is very pretty, and we both have wanted to read this, but then we just realized that both of us have never read the back of this book and had no clue what this book is about, but people have said good things. I think it's supposed to be compared to Sally Rooney. I actually have no idea. I think this book is more character driven than plot driven, so probably like a character study. We both almost bought Phantasma. If you saw my clip from the bookstore, I was very convinced that we were gonna buy it. We do want to read it together, but we both decided that we don't think the cover is super cute, like cute enough to own cute. So we decided that we're just gonna read it on our Kindles and potentially only buy it if we absolutely love it. But I don't think it's a cover that I want to own and have on my bookshelf because it's not like the cutest book I've ever seen. But this was my haul from Barnes & Noble to celebrate my first paycheck, and now expect many more hauls from me because now that I have money, I'm gonna be getting books. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!